I invite you to close your eyes and we begin by tuning into the body, preparing the body to meditate. It's very good if the spine and the neck are pointing up toward the ceiling. I invite you to roll your shoulders back, opening up the heart. The bottom of the back, the hips against the chair. And then we'll begin just by observing the everyday breath, observing our breath the way it is. Feeling the nature of the breath. Is it heavy? Is it light? Does the inhale or the exhale come more easily? Today we'll be working with the fire element. And so I invite you to take the fire breath, which is breathing in through the mouth and out through the nose. Breathing in through the mouth and breathing out through the nose. I invite you to put one hand over the belly, helping us get in touch more with the inhale and the exhale. And then I invite you to put the other hand over the heart, helping us to get in touch with our physical heart, the heartbeat, and the echo of the heartbeat, the circulation in the body, pulsation. Our theme today is joy, joy. I invite you to take that into our practices today, to see what arises for you and what's alive in you for this theme of joy. So we'll continue with the fire element meditation. And this begins by focusing on the inhale at the bottom of the heart, this special spot called the solar plexus, which is where the rib cages meet. Sometimes referred to as the third chakra. And so we just, on the inhale, we emphasize this part of the body, placing our attention there. And heat and light begins to gather there. This is where the fire begins to kindle. With every inhale, it kindles more and more. And then on the exhale, the energy of the breath rises from this place in the body, warming and bringing light to the heart. The fire element has a rising direction, just like fire rises in the physical world. And so this heat and light rises from the solar plexus, energizing the heart. But it does not stop there. This is an infinite dimension upward. And so the light, the flames, the heat, the bottom of the heart rise up, and perhaps we can feel the energy of the breath in the shoulders, and the arms, bringing warmth and vitality to our neck, the throat, the jaw, the teeth, the mouth, the ears, the nose, the eyes, the mind, the top of the head, and beyond. And I recommend turning our attention back to the physical heart. With every inhale and exhale, the fires of the heart build brighter and warmer, hotter. Many of the adepts in our tradition and teachers talk of the heart being so filled with light it becomes like a star or a sun. The fire breath, like all four elements, is a purification practice, helping us to clear away the old and renew, keeping what is essential, the truth. And so I invite you to cast into the flames all that no longer serves you. Perhaps with you today in this practice, we brought some anxiety or resentment or a scarcity, something. You can cast it into the flames, and what remains is the truth As it said in the Hebrew Bible, gold is tested by fire. And the result is happiness, unburdened, and closer to our true nature, who we really are, which has no boundary, no limitation. I think there's nothing like this joy. Joy for no external reason. The fire element practice has many wonderful applications. Certainly, joy is an important theme, bringing us out of a sadness, perhaps, if we're feeling blue. The light from the fire breath is a wonderful protection at times. We want to bring purity and light to a situation. Purpose and truth are important themes. We need to get to the bottom, the real meaning of something. And energy and accomplishment. It's wonderful for a new relationship, a new project, new garden, new home, or change. I invite you to feel into it, observe how you feel now compared to the beginning of the practice. You can return your breathing back to the everyday breath, feeling our feet on the ground, feeling ourselves held by the chair. I invite you to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And then when you're ready, you can open your eyes. I invite you to close your eyes. We'll be gently retracing the steps from before. And so we begin by tuning into the body, making any necessary adjustments to our posture or whatever position we're in, preparing the body for stillness. a more inward condition of repose instead, as opposed to the busy external condition of the body and mind and heart we typically are in. And then, like before, our focus today is on the fire element. We'll continue with the fire breath, breathing in through the mouth and out through the nose. One of our teachers, Vilayat, said that the fire breath is like sipping through a straw down the neck into the body. And then we just use a regular exhale through the nose. And I invite you to put one hand over the belly, helping us to relax, helping us to feel the breathing, the inhale, the exhale. At the same time, with the fire breath, it's a more subtle form of breathing. And so we let comfort be our guide. And I invite you to put the other hand over the heart, helping us to get in touch with our physical heart, the heartbeat, and the circulation of the body. We like to say the heart makes its own medicine. By placing our attention on our heart, it's like putting coins in a piggy bank. Every inhale and every exhale energizing the heart. And like before, we'll return to the fire element practice. If you haven't done so already, we can begin again with the solar plexus, energizing the solar plexus with the inhale, bringing light, warmth into this part of the body. And then on the exhale, the light and the heat rise up into the heart, energizing the heart with every inhale and exhale. We're going to go further in this second practice and experience also another fundamental fire practice, which is the forward dimension of the heart. So here, instead of breathing in, continuing with the solar plexus, we breathe from behind our heart and spine. So this is an infinite dimension from infinitely behind us. We we inhale, which represents our support, all the support, the hands on our back that support us through life. And this could be, if it resonates with you, guardian angels, ancestors, teachers, benevolent sentient beings all throughout the universe. Which are all, you know, methods of accessing oneness. All the dimensions actually lead to oneness. And so we breathe from behind, and then on the exhale, light, these energies from behind, the supportive light energies from behind, ride on the exhale. The energy of the breath from the exhale energizes the spine, the back of the heart, at first at least. So with the exhale, we energize the back of the heart and the spine. I usually feel it along the spine first. After some time, it can depend on where we are, but the heart becomes quite energized and full from being, from this wonderful supportive energies from behind. And then on the exhale, the energy of the breath projects forward into the world. So we become vessels that project out light into this world, manifesting light into this world for ourselves, first and foremost, but then for those that we care about, others here in the group and beyond. A central theme to the fourth dimension of the heart is our purpose. What is ours? What is our unique contribution? Can we remember the reason we manifested here and chose to be in this caravan of humanity? with an open heart, energizing the heart, all of the great struggles and tribulations of life, we can go deeper beyond them, getting to the essence of our true selves and what we're here to do. And when we are in alignment with our purpose, there's nothing that brings greater happiness. And then as a final optional step, I always like to invite the experience of meditating with another. This is not a solitary path like some traditions. We love to meditate with others, for others. And so you can ask your heart, is there someone that we'd like to bring into this meditation? Continuing to work with the fire breath. And we can imagine them in front of us. And so from our heart is this wonderful light is pouring upon them. Or we can simply put their first name on the heartbeat or on the breath. And so, as always, I'm going to put on a piece of music for a second meditation. It can be wonderful to meditate to music. And with this theme of joy, I've chosen a kind of a very unusual piece of music. So usually I encourage everyone to keep meditating, but I'll make that very optional today. You can dance to it, you can turn your volume down or turn it up or do whatever you'd like. I hope you enjoy. Thank you.